Hi everyone, my name is Rishad. Today is the 10th of November 2024. I'll be going over my weekly prediction for SPY. As usual, I'll be going over the monthly, weekly, and finally the daily charts. And then I'll switch over to the Excel sheet where we'll review last week's prediction and go over this one in more detail. But before getting into this video, it is important to make the disclaimer that all information here is completely educational, and therefore it is important to conduct your own analysis, whatever analysis that may be, to ensure that you're comfortable with the risk, reward, and trading style, since you may not be with mine. But with that out of the way, let's just get into this video. Now, monthly charts we can see, albeit haven't changed too much. Extremely long bull run. As we can see, October closed pretty, with a doji spinning top candle, type candle. This month, however, although it hasn't ended, has been extremely bullish already, largely fueled in the recent week by Trump's presidency win and also the Fed cutting rates by 25 basis points. It's been an extremely bullish week for stocks and U.S. stocks in particular as well. More specifically, actually, we can see RSI is clearly confirming price action. MACD similarly. Candlestick patterns I've covered. The spinning top was here. However, we do have, in fact, we can even try and sketch a sort of upwards channel here, since that is sort of what this price action is resembling. If we take this here and we move this around, you can see that the price action here, not particularly with the exception of these two candles here, more or less resembles a price channel. But a better fit here for this is the trend line that I have drawn, because it goes through the price action more effectively. But overall, we can clearly still see we're in an uptrend. Like, there's no doubt we're in an uptrend. However, volume is concerning as it is decreasing, so that is something to be wary about. And I have pointed this quite often. Although we keep seeing good news, it is a harbinger, and it does tell us that, this is a little bit scary. Now, in fact, we should probably even change this a little bit. Yeah. So here we can see weekly charts, very similar, long uptrend. In the short term, I've drawn another trend line here we can see, which is much steeper. Now we can see the 2 weeks before the current one, it was actually declining. Price was declining. However, we can see that, this last week has been on higher volume than the past 2 weeks. Extremely bullish. It's practically a Marubozu candle. Largely bullish. However, this candle does tend to take up a large amount of movement. So it's important to be a little bit wary and see where markets go from here. But we can see that the MACD is actually declining. So is the RSI. And price action is actually going up. So this is quite a strong divergence here. And it does show that if you also keep in mind that volume has been declining this whole time, all in all, it's easy to say that this is a weak uptrend. And therefore, it is important to be wary as, if certain candlesticks start appearing at the top, a bunch of dojis, for example, this could be indicating a market top. Although we haven't seen anything yet, it is something that I'm wary about, and I will be waiting for when this top happens, since I've been calling it for a while now. The signs of the uptrend clearly indicate that it's not strong. Daily charts are very similar. RSI, from here, we can clearly see, even from here, that the price action has gone up quite heavily, whereas the RSI is actually declining. Similarly, MACD shows, MACD is declining. As of now, it's given a bullish crossover signal, but that's largely fueled because of the gap up here and, interest rate cuts, Trump's presidency win, etc., etc. Now, if we move to the Excel sheet here, last week we made a profit. Feel free to look through these numbers here. This week, we will buy when it crosses 605 and sell when it falls below 586.12 with a target of 1% and a trailing stop loss of 0.5%. If neither the target or stop loss is hit, then we will close on Friday. The weekly and monthly trend is up. Thank you for watching. Enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video.